Before we begin, I just want to say Harvey Via has got a sore throat at the moment, which means I will be taking over to mainly present for tonight. Well, obviously, everyone's going to have their own button in and all that, of course. But the only thing I can say to that really is, oh no. Anyway, welcome everybody to what is a brand new predictions video. Welcome to another predictions video. It will be round 6 of 46 for this season. And of course, we're going to be covering all 24 championship teams before, of course, tomorrow we go and do our preview of the Preston game itself. And then obviously we have the game on Saturday. We're joined by Middlesbrough fan Darryl, and we're currently waiting for Sheffield Wednesday fan Jake, PunkChef41. Feel free and go to subscribe to them both if you haven't already. Please go and do that. And in the meantime, of course, please subscribe to Cornish Janner, Harvey England, and of course, the one and only the Argyle Way, where we're streaming right now, of course. So by all means, please go and do that. And of course, Liam's separate channel as well, if you want all his darts and all that as well. Before we begin, though, how are we all feeling coming into this then?
Sore right now with my throat, obviously, but I am excited for tomorrow anyway. So
yeah, same.
What about you, Darryl?
No.
Poor Darryl.
Don't blame you.
No, it's difficult at the moment. We're on bad form, so we need to find 3 points from somewhere. And obviously, fingers crossed for me this weekend.
Oh, Johann's
no one else will do worse than Plymouth. You've got a bloody 3-0 win against them, and we'll probably lose to them. So nothing new. We signed loads of players that are just inexperienced, really. So it's as simple as that.
I like your shirt, by the way. Where did you get that from?
I got this at Christmas time. It's
nice one. I'm trying to work out what season that is. I should know this.
It was last season.
Oh, was it last season? Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. It was our third kit, which you very rarely saw it. It was the third kit because we had the red and the sort of bluey blacky type away kit, and then this was our third kit, the white one. Quite nice actually. So,
definitely.
I will probably get the blue and yellow away kit that looks like
AB7 football fan. StreamYard, AB7.
It'll be StreamYard.
I know his name. I can't remember his name.
No, good to see you though. Either way though, mate. Hope you're all well. Hope you're enjoying League One.
He's not called AB7. I forgot his name. I know his name. I can't remember his name.
I always go by the YouTube.
Just call him A.
Anyway.
No.
Joanne, Charlton fan, has joined, and of course, Caitlin, Tropical Wanderer, Bolton fan, has also joined the stream for the time being. Normally, when we do these predictions, we go by the list on FOTMob and go one by one on how we're gonna on what we're talking about and all that. But I thought for a change that I would change this up a bit, and I have before we started today, I have come up with a sort of a solution because I thought it'd be more interesting to do that. Oh, John, Birmingham fan, has joined. Hello, mate. How are we doing? And I have made, ready for share screen, guys? I have made a Wheel of Fortune sort of typish thing here. So that means I just thought it would be more fun to go in a more random order of these fixtures. So it's like you're having potluck at this point, if you want to put it that way. So, let's get underway then. So here we go then. Championship predictions round 6. Let's go. And we're going to start with, apologies for the sound if you can hear it. I don't know how you mute it, but oh well. And we do, we're starting with the game where Jake's not even here. Sheffield Wednesday.
I've muted it. I've muted the screen.
Come on, Wednesday!
Okay.
I've muted it. Okay, thank you, Darryl. I appreciate that. Anyway, Wednesday.
Just for Liam, by the way.
The first game.
Just for Liam, I've put my predictions in the Argyle Discord, but I haven't put a goal scorer for the sheep because I couldn't decide on it.
No, definitely. Yeah. Well, if Jake does join on, he'll talk more about this game regardless anyway, as he will be a guest of ours, of course. But, of course, coming into this game, this is the first fixture of the 3 clubs that have been promoted from League One. And just like last season at September, it's at Hillsborough. Of course, previous record, they both drew 2-2 last time out at both Portman Road and Hillsborough last season, of course. And then before that, Wednesday beat Ipswich 1-0 in 21-22. Look at that record. 5 wins, both of them together lately. And then 8 draws at the same time as well. There are some injured players. Wes Burns looks like he won't be playing on Saturday. So obviously, likewise with Christian Walton. He's missed the whole season so far, of course. Chinoy Danassian as well. Malik Wilkes for Wednesday. But of course, Wednesday is coming into this match on 1 point, second bottom of the league. They're on really poor form at the moment. They've got to fix that if they want to stay up this season. While Ipswich come into this match second in the league. They've had a brilliant start to this season. And if they can get an away win here, that's brilliant from their point of view as well. So what are you all thinking then for this match? I'll happily go last because I haven't properly thought about these yet. So who wants to go first?
I'm not going first.
Ladies first.
Caitlin's put 2 on Ipswich.
Actually.
Well, if Darryl said that, it looks like you are going first then, Liam.
2-1 to Ipswich and Broadhead.
Any reason why?
I mean, Ipswich on much better form than Wednesday, and Broadhead's in pretty good form.
Yeah.
Goal scoring wise, anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense. What about you, Darryl?
On paper, there should be a piece of pay for Ipswich. The second top, second bottom. So, I mean, if it's anything like the clashes last season, then we're going to be in for an entertaining one. But I think, being honest, the form that these two sides have been in, one's been on really, really good top form, and the other one, a bit like Borough's, had an appalling start of the season. And by the looks of it, things aren't going particularly well at Sheffield Wednesday. So I'd say, I think realistically, apologies to any Wednesday fans on here. I know there isn't any. So I'm going to say 3-0 Ipswich, quite simply. And I'm going for Connor Chaplin.
Go on, Harvey. What are you thinking for this one?
I've already put mine down, actually. I don't want to try and speak as much because my throat is so bad, but I'm going to say 3-1 Ipswich. By the way, when you're eating as well, make sure you mute your mic because that is
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mute it. Yeah, sorry.
There you go. Because it is kind of bad. But 3-1 Ipswich, like most of us have said in there already, they're dominant. They've been the better team out of Sheffield Wednesday so far this season, and they look more like the team that could really realistically win on the day. If Sheffield Wednesday get a point at least, that'd be mental. But yeah, 3-1 Ipswich and Broadhead to score. Also, no player that's been playing really well. So there you go.
Well, I completely agree with both Harvey and Liam that I also think Nathan Broadhead is going to score on Saturday. But I am going different to all 3 of them for Saturday. And the reason being, I genuinely think there's going to be a bit of a surprise. I don't see Wednesday winning, though, at all, though, because they have been on terrible form. But I do see a draw. I do actually genuinely see Ipswich drop points for a change. And I can't lie, I think it's going to be exactly the same as what it was last season. So I am going to go with 2-2 for Hillsborough. If this was Portman Road, I would have said, without doubt, Ipswich win. But
yeah,
to be fair, I was thinking 3-2 to Ipswich. I was thinking Ipswich to nick it, and that would be obviously dreadful for Wednesday's staying up credentials. But I don't know. I just think they'll turn up for some of it, like last season at Hillsborough. So I'm going to go with 2-2, just like last season. In fact, the last 2 times, actually.
What did you predict, Liam?
2-1 Ipswich.
Okay.
Ipswich are on very good form at the moment.
Wednesday really need to start getting their act together.
Please, I swear.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, I feel like Darryl, this is a game they have to at least get their act together with the points.
Well, I don't know about this game exactly, but if they end up getting tonked in this game, then I tell you what. I mean, it doesn't really make a difference what happens in this game. The game on Tuesday night is going to be probably the most important. for them
Oh, yeah,
because
of
they're
course,
against
yeah.
us who are bottom of the league. It's literally a relegation 6-pointer at the start of the season. Never thought I'd see us be in relegation 6-pointers, but it is what it is, I suppose.
Yeah. I also am going to go with a draw because Wednesday actually the last game they had, they drew themselves. Obviously, they got a point at Ellen Road, and AB7 has joined us. Hello, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'll be right if we beat Preston on Saturday. I'll tell you that now, mate. In fact, before I go more into this game, actually, how are you finding League One so far this season with Port Vale?
You know what, mate? I mean, we were in there last year and it was good at the start and we struggled a little bit, but it's absolutely brilliant. To be fair, we're on terrific form, aren't we? We've lost one and then we've won every other game. And I mean, Oxford away, a week and a half ago was just absolutely superb. 99th minute goal. It's just different, and I think we're doing really well.
Don't get too excited because it won't last for too long, probably.
Well,
Yeah,
if you know the Championship and League One that well, then you'll know
a good team. That's all I say.
the good forms just never stay, do they? Unless you're Plymouth at home, then even then you were dropping points at home. So
I hope you beat Scum now. They can fuck off.
When do you
Bye, Scum.
Hang on, who have you got this weekend, actually? Who have you got this weekend?
We've got Northampton.
they got Exeter, haven't they?
Oh, you got Northampton. Oh, fair enough. You know
I should
what?
have known.
You
Teams got used in the back.
You know what, guys? To everyone that's watching this stream at the moment, we don't normally do this on our prediction streams either. But because we've got AB7 with us, I mean, I'm happy to stay on for a bit after the championship predictions. The same with you three, if you want to as well. But I'm happy to go through League One afterwards as well, if you want, because obviously Port Vale fan representative.
We can go through League One a bit, but obviously we're not going to.
Oh no, exactly. But like, if you want to jump off the stream, any of you, before I go on to League One, I'm happy to do so.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll just stay on it.
Because I was going to say, considering we've got AB7 on and Port Vale representative, I thought we may as well. It just brings more of English football, doesn't it? And I'm happy. I'm happy to say
Port Vale have got 3 winnable games coming up. Well, maybe not Cambridge, but you've got Northampton, who you should win against, and you've also got Burton, who are crap, and then you got Cambridge, who are causing a few problems this season.
Tell you what, though, Burton are our bogey team. We always find a way to lose to them.
It's a Staffordshire derby as well, in a way.
Is that home or away?
It's a Trent derby in a way.
It's at home on a Tuesday night. Home.
I should win.
I was going to say if it was at the Pirelli, then
maybe
a draw, but I can't see it's not.
I'd usually say we have a better chance of winning at the Pirelli than at Vale Park. We usually beat them at the Pirelli.
As long as you don't fail to win.
I can't lie.
That's my usual Port Vale.
I get used to these jokes.
I can't lie, mate. All I'm going to say is if Port Vale are in the Championship right now, I'll tell you this now, you'll still beat us 100%. We're shite against Port Vale most of the time.
But
I went to Vale Park.
The last game of the season though was a fucking brilliant one.
That's like that game was the one-off, Harvey. That's the one time I've seen us beat Port Vale.
Nice, Liam. I wish I went to that game.
Yeah.
I'd done the watch along, and I was probably the best watch along I did.
To be fair.
Absolute limbs.
By the way, do you think you'd have actually won if it wasn't one of those games? Because it was a massive game, wasn't it, when you played at Vale Park? Because obviously, if you won the league. But if you weren't playing for the title, would you have still won there?
I don't know.
The best part was
I don't think your players would have been as up to it.
Well, I knew our record against Port Vale was terrible before going into the game, so I backed a draw because I thought we'd
lost 3 points in Baton Park.
I thought we'd be up for it title wise, but I didn't think we'd win. But I had Ipswich to draw with Fleetwood as well, so we would have won the league if that happened regardless. Anyway,
Jack, do you want to know
Ipswich win 7-0?
No, Ipswich drew on the last game, 2-2 with Fleetwood.
Oh, did they? I thought it was something like 7-0.
Yeah.
Do you want to know the best part, Jack, about Vale away?
Go on.
is that when Port Vale scored their second, they played their theme music and still got disallowed.
I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember that. What are you thinking for I sound so stupid here, mate. But can you remind me of your name again, by the way? So I don't always use your YouTube name.
Alfie.
Alfie,
That's the
it.
one.
I sound so embarrassing right now. I'm so sorry. I was saying, Alfie.
That's typical.
I
forgot what your name is. What's your name again? Oh, yeah, that's the name, isn't it?
Yeah,
I wonder if starts with an A.
bloody
guys.
useless. My memory.
I should be the one that knows it anyway. I'll watch his channel, so you know.
What's your prediction for Sheffield Wednesday versus Ipswich for this one here on Saturday?
If I'm honest, I don't see Ipswich losing many games this year. I think Sheffield Wednesday surprisingly
Home park.
well. But I don't see Ipswich losing this one. I'm going to go 3-0 Ipswich.
Thank you. That's what I said.
Did anyone else put 3-0?
Nice.
Yeah, Darryl did.
Yes, I said 3-0, mate. Well, you're not listening, Harv.
I've got short-term memory loss,
He's
mate.
playing with his sore throat.
Short-term memory. Sorry, what did you say again?
Yeah.
So there we are, guys.
I'll
That
give
is
you
our
short-term
predictions
memory loss
for
in a minute, mate.
the first
When I
game.
come down to Middlesbrough, okay? Relax.
Next, please.
Sheffield Wednesday versus Ipswich there. So we'll move on to the second game. So it looks like we're once again going to spin that wheel.
Let's move on from Meme FC.
Yes. Turn that sound off. There we go. Yes, we don't have to do
QPR versus Sunderland at Loftus Road.
Darryl's face.
So I will I'll get
Darryl
that
hates
in 1
Sunderland.
second.
The way you just pointed there.
There we are. Okay, right. QPR versus Sunderland at Loftus Road. Of course, QPR's without Jimmy Dunn. Sunderland's without Matete, Ballard, Corey Evans, Alese, or is it Elise? I don't know.
Elise.
Elise. Thank you, Liam. QPR 4 wins, Sunderland 5 wins, and then 3 draws in their last head-to-head. Of course, last season it was 3-0 to Sunderland at Loftus Road, 2-2 at the Stadium of Light, back when QPR were on form. And right now,
Sammy Dieng scored a 97-minute leveler.
Sunderland are just ahead of us in the table in 9th place on 7 points. QPR only a point behind.
We don't look at the bottom of the
goal
table.
difference puts them 17th.
We don't look at that. Get off.
What are we all going for this game then? Terry's gone with 2-2 at Loftus Road.
2-2. It's not called Loftus. Not called Loftus Road.
1-0 Sunderland.
It's not called Loftus Road anymore.
It's now called the Kean Prince Foundation.
Oh, no, I am not calling it that. Waste of time.
Yeah. Ow!
Why don't you just call it the dump yard? Because you have to go through someone's back. You have to go through someone's back. You go through someone's back gate to get into the stadium.
1-1. Right, who's going to go first for this one?
Jesus.
Get it out of the way quickly.
Alfie can go first if he wants.
Yeah, go on then. I'll go 2-1 Sunderland.
Any reason why?
I think Sunderland have a brilliant squad, and even though they've got a few players missing, I don't again, like Ipswich, I don't see them losing many games this year. So yeah, 2-1 Sunderland.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to say mine exactly the same. I said 2-1 as well. By
the way, look what John's put. I didn't know it was Loafers Biscoff.
Loafers Biscoff, for God's sake.
Oh yeah. We took QPR on Wednesday night. Okay.
But Sunderland right now, they're now starting to get back into a rhythm. They have been playing pretty well the last couple games. And one player example, Joby Bellingham as well. That's why I predicted him to score. He's been another player that's been who's starting to show his quality right now. Obviously, both Bellinghams in. Obviously, Jude Bellingham and Joby Bellingham both playing very well. I know they're both way bigger difference in quality, but they're both still showing their class in the leagues that they're in. And I do see him score. I do see him scoring in that game, definitely. Jesus Christ.
So you're both going with Sunderland wins there. Liam, what are you going with?
2-0 Sunderland and Clark to score.
Darryl?
Doesn't mess about, does it? No messing about there. Sadly, 3-0 Sunderland, because Sunderland are the sort of team that are just going to show Bother how it's done. So, I mean, I'm hoping Sunderland get battered, but it's not going to happen, are they? But yeah, QPR win at Borough's definitely going to give them a bit of a boost. But Sunderland, bloody hell, 5-0 against Southampton. I mean, if that's the sort of results they're going to get this season, then bloody hell will do well. Yeah, it'll be the same again, 3-0. 3-0 for Sunderland. And I've gone with Jack Clark to score. Or the former Leeds. No, I can't say it. But you know what I mean.
I have gone with 3-1 to Sunderland, but I have got Colback to score for QPR, the former Sunderland man himself, who did score against Middlesbrough.
Used to play for the Geordies as well, you know.
Yeah.
He scored against Middlesbrough last time out, and he's a former Sunderland man himself, so I'm going to back Colback.
I know, prick.
For QPR.
Hate Jack Colback.
Well, I mean, you would, wouldn't you?
Former Geordie and former Mackham. Disgusting.
Darryl basically expresses his true opinions on Jack Colback. We'll move on to the next game. So I'm going with 3-1 Sunderland, Colback to score. We'll move on to we'll move on to round 3. Whoever's muted my about to mute my share screen, thank you. Because I don't know how to do it myself, to be fair. So cheers for that. So on the third game.
Why don't you turn off your laptop speaker?
We have got the Friday night clash between Southampton and Leicester at St Mary's.
Saints
in terms of bookies wise, probably the biggest game of the Championship this season. Club size wise, probably not.
It's probably clash in the Championship.
Obviously, if there's snowflakes that believe that we're going to put the same scores we put on the thumbnail, you can fucking jog on. We're not going to put 5-3 Southampton. You can jog on.
That would be interesting, though.
We're not.
Well, I don't know why it's showing Ross Stewart, because he's not at Southampton. He's at Sunderland.
No, he is at Southampton.
Wait, is he moved?
Yeah, he has moved.
I didn't realise. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'd say if he gets back to full fitness and does really well, that could be a really good signing for Saints, to be fair.
I'm trying to say, I already have enough strikers as it is.
He's not going to be there. Connor Cody's not going to be there. Of course, in the Premier League last season, Saints did the double over Leicester, and obviously Saints finished bottom. Despite finishing bottom, but getting the double over the Foxes, which is 2 very important wins, of course, for Saints last season. But last time out for both of these teams was a disaster. Saints got absolutely battered by Sunderland in a disastrous performance for Russell Martin's side. And Leicester had a shock result at home to the Mauling Tigers, Hull City. Leicester's currently 3rd in the league, only behind Preston and Ipswich after that defeat, and Southampton are now 7th after that hammering by Sunderland, outside of the playoffs. So what are we going to go with for this one?
All right, I'm going to get mine now. I'm not going first because I haven't put mine down. So
people are putting Leicester wins. I've gone for a 2-2 draw because it seems like Southampton seem to do all right at home and Leicester do all right away. So I think this has a draw written all over it. But I reckon it's going to be a cracking game. I know Liam wanted to stream it with me, but unfortunately I'm doing the Bundesliga that night. So
you could still do it.
Well, I was going to watch it with Liam, but I'm off to Blackpool tomorrow, so that's not happening now.
Liam, you could still do it. I'll do it with you if you want. I could do it with you.
Can do, yeah. Can do.
Yeah, I'll do it with you. You can do it on your channel.
Oh, you're going to Blackpool, are you?
Yeah, no, yeah. Me and 2 mates of mine are going up tomorrow.
Oh, right. And then
I agree with you, Darryl. I'll say mine now. I also think it will be a draw. 1-1.
Who have you gone as your score again, Darryl?
Oh, sorry, I didn't. Yeah, Dewsbury on.
Dewsbury Hall. Everyone's going for Dewsbury Hall. Makes sense.
I ain't going to go Dewsbury Hall. I'm going to go Shea Adams, but I think it'll be 1-1.
I've gone the same as Jack.
Oh, you've also gone 1-1. Fair enough. Oh, and Shea Adams to score as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Harvey? Alfie, who wants to go next?
This will probably be one of my highest goal scoring games for this week. It might be, but unless I see the other games that are coming up, but I might change my mind. But I've gone for 3-3 anyways.
I was going to say 4-4. Something stupid there.
I was nearly.
I mean, they did draw 4-4 last time at home.
But I do feel like this will be a high scoring game because both teams have very, very good attack, but both who do have a pretty decent defense. But right now, the way the defenses are right now, I could see them both conceding quite a lot of goals because both teams have really good attacks. And I feel that
good attacks, but weak defenses.
Very goal fest. But obviously, one player that I'm definitely going to predict the score is Mavididi. Mavididi for sure.
Not yes, indeedy.
Not indeedy. I know what you said there, but hey-ho.
I said yes, indeedy.
Yeah, I know.
What are you going with, Alfie?
I don't know. I think it'll be a good game to watch to obviously relegated sides, and they always bring a good game to each other. I'm going to go for a 3-2 Leicester win. Leicester have been good at coming back. Obviously, they came back against Coventry in their opening game, so I'm going to go 3-2 Leicester.
Yeah, I can see that, to be fair. Louis gone 2-1 Southampton. Terry's gone 2-0 Leicester. John's gone 2-1 Leicester. So there we go. We've all gone for different for this game, which is understandable. These are two of the favourites, of course, for coming into this season, of course. So we'll move on to the next game.
What has Liam put?
Same as Jack.
Wait, what's that? Sorry?
Same as Jack. What did Jack put?
I put 1-1.
1-1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we both got the same score as well.
Looks like we're all going for draws or Leicester wins.
Well, Louis gone with the Southampton win. So there's been a variety, to be fair. And the next game is Watford versus Birmingham at Vicarage Road.
Watford Brum.
Yeah, that's what people call it. Brum.
Watford versus Birmingham at Vicarage Road. Of course, we got a point. These are two teams we faced already, of course. We got a point at Vicarage Road at the start of the season. And then, of course, we were so unlucky against Birmingham, thanks to...
Yeah, we won't mention that.
Of course, as we all know. And coming into this game, Jamal Lewis is injured for Watford. Siriki Dembele, Ethan Laird, George Hall, Tyler Roberts are all injured for Birmingham. Watford's got a better record against the two lately in head-to-head. And, of course, the last time they came to Vicarage Road, Watford won 3-0. And then they, of course, drew 1-1 at St Andrews. And they did win 3-0 last time out as well at Vicarage Road. So it's been could this be a hat-trick of 3-0s for Watford against Birmingham City?
Yeah, no.
As for the team form, Birmingham are in much better form, as you can see there. A win over Leeds, a win over Bristol City, that blimmin' win over us. They lost to Cardiff in the Cup, of course, and then a draw with Millwall. And then Watford have just had a 3-3 goal fest with Coventry, lost to Blackburn, lost to Stoke, knocked out by Stevenage in the Cup, and, of course, drew with us. Birmingham sit fourth in the league, a very good start to the season for them, and Watford currently in 18th. Pretty bang average start for Watford so far. So go on then, guys. What are we all thinking for this then?
I'll say mine first. Well, I've gone for 1-0 Birmingham. I've gone for 1-0 Birmingham. Birmingham's still in good form. And also Watford as well. This is probably their worst start to a season in years. And right now, I don't see them... unless they pull off a surprise and they do surprising in the next game and play well, I don't see them winning this game. Birmingham have started off very, very well. And this player as well, I do see likely to score as he's made a good start as well. Scott Hogan. That's
a good shout, to be fair.
He's played very, very well so far, and he scored against us, so he's going to be a very challenging player for the rest of the season.
I'll go next for the time being. I am going to back a Watford win, actually, and that is because I do think Birmingham are going to be due their first defeat of the season some point soon. Of course, their record at Vicarage Road, yeah, exactly, as John's just put there. They haven't won at Watford for over 15 years, so I don't know if I can see that being broken from Birmingham this time. I am going to go with a 2-0 Watford win. I'm tempted to go for a 3-0 to repeat history to repeat itself again, but I don't know if I am because of the start Watford's had. But no, I'm going to back a Watford win. I think Birmingham is going to be due a defeat at some point. And I'm going to back Ken Sema to score for Watford. Who wants to go next?
Ken Sema, a player who's been playing a fullback for the last couple of games.
Doesn't mean he can't score.
Yeah. I thought you would have gone.
Well, the fact they haven't won it Watford in 15 years means my prediction's not going to go that way.
I thought you'd have gone for someone like Aspria or Bio.
You can always change it, though.
Bio's a good shout, to be fair. No, I'll stick with Sema. I highly rate him. If it doesn't go well, if it goes wrong, it goes wrong.
What have you gone for, Liam?
1-1 draw and same goal scores you have.
And goal score. Oh,
yeah, Scott Hogan
then.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Why is my Xbox going up, you fraud?
Who wants to go next? Alfie or Darryl?
Yeah, go on, then I'll next. I've gone for a 1-0 Birmingham win. I don't read Watford at the start of the season, and I think Birmingham will be the surprise package for the Championship this year.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. And go on, Darryl. What about you?
Stupid thing.
Well, let's hope this is right for John, because I've got them to break that win drought and win 1-0. And the goal scorer, Jay Stansfield.
Oh my God.
As if you've just saved that for this channel, for this moment.
No, I've had
No! Carry on.
Perfect time for perfect eardrum. Always like Port Vale? Yes, John.
Stansfield, done for it.
I feel like that message right there.
He's going to score a few, you know, I think, Stansfield.
And Caitlin's gone with 2-2.
To hear.
So I guess
he's going to score a goal at home park as well.
I bloody hope not.
By the way, before
John's also gone Stansfield as well. Everyone's
before you go
predicting
into the next one,
Stansfield lately.
and
on that note, we're going to move on.
Who did you predict, Liam and Jack, for the Southampton Leicester game to score?
The man that celebrated in front of us, the fraud.
Yeah, Shay Adams. We both went with.
Oh, fucking shit.
The man that celebrated in front of us when he didn't even need to.
Yeah.
Love that from John, by the way. What a guy.
He literally celebrated right in front of where I was sitting.
It's a fucking fraud.
You have your away fans to celebrate, not bloody home fans.
I wonder what the next game's going to be.
There's no better than shushing the home fans.
Oh, Norwich versus Stoke.
Ugh.
Ow.
The team that hates the most is going to Carrow Road on Saturday. So that's what we're going to go with next.
Jack, what did you do for the wheel for Cardiff Swan? Did you put it as sheep versus sheep?
I just put South Wales Derby.
Wow. I would have put it as sheep. Okay.
Yeah, I thought you. Oh, yeah, you would. Right, so yeah, Norwich versus a team Alfie cannot stand, Stoke City. Of course, the last time they came to Carrow Road, Norwich won 3-1. Stoke had no chance at the end, of course. And the record is lately in head-to-head that Norwich has had 5 wins, Stoke has had 4 wins, and they've both drawn 5 times. 0-0 the last time they've gone to the Bet365 Stadium. Norwich currently sit 5th in the table at the moment. A decent start for the East Anglia club at the moment. And Stoke currently sit in 16th place, just behind us.
16th?
In terms of points, of course. It's very tight in that mid-table. But
I've got a question for Alfie here, by the way. Do you hate Stoke more or Crew?
Stoke, 100%. Crew's a fake derby. There's nothing in the derby between... It's all Crew. Crew think that we hate him so much and they hate us so much. There's nothing for Vale.
So it's Crew's Cup final and a bit like Sunderland's Cup final with us.
And Scum.
I mean, if we played him in the
That's Plymouth Cup final.
couple of
No,
weeks
it
ago,
isn't.
you should have seen the way they were celebrating.
Oh God.
Carry
I'll
on.
have to look at it now. I'll have to go and look at it now.
Yeah, you should have seen the way they were celebrating just from getting up their own half.
Oh.
It was like they scored a goal, honestly.
It's like Portsmouth versus
Oh
Argyle.
yeah, I
all
know.
over again.
I know.
Celebrating
Crew
on
like
the bloody
Crew like
league.
to get close
Yeah.
to the bloody away end.
Fuck's sakes.
I decided to remove Darryl for 2 seconds from the stream for saying that comment. Then,
What is wrong with them, man?
I have to
course.
say, by the way, I love the away end. I love the away stand at Crew, the ice cream stand.
Yeah.
and of course, with the form lately, apart from Norwich's defeat to Rotherham last time out, the form for Norwich has been very good. An away win at Bristol City, a hammering at Huddersfield, home win over Millwall, an away win at QPR.
In a way.
And as for Stoke, they lost to Preston at home last time out. They battered Rotherham at home, lost to Millwall away, beat Watford at home, and then lost to Ipswich away. So what are we going for this one then, guys?
I've got 2-0 Stoke, even though 2-0 Stoke. I wish 2-0 Norwich, and Road to score. Yeah,
What
2-0
the-
Norwich.
Not a bad prediction at all.
He was in the sidemen.
And my prediction, I've gone for a 4-1 Norwich.
Yeah, I can see that. To be fair,
Jack, in a way, we
I
want
there.
Stoke
Thank
to
you,
win.
Thank you. But I honestly, Norwich have been they've surprised me as well this season. Even though I don't know, I forgot where I put Norwich in the table predictions, but I thought Norwich
Sergeant's injured.
have
Oh.
surprised me for the way they've played. Jonathan Rowe
Oh.
has been one of the
Bugger,
star
that's why I
players
had to
throughout this season, and
Change
he's
that
outshone
then.
most players. He's outshone most players. Josh Sargent as well, obviously being injured.
Yeah, Ginger's injured. Yeah.
But now I've got Adam
Ginger.
Ida and Barnes as well, who are now scoring goals for them. But against the Stoke side, who are relying on Vidigal as their goal scorer, but honestly,
One-man team.
one-man team. But honestly, I do see Row, you're both scoring. Obviously, I do see them scoring.
We are a one-man team with this guy. Sometimes.
Not
Yes.
really, because we've got loads of players with them.
we're more than a one-man
We've got
team.
Ballymumba. And now we've
He's
got
the only one who scores.
and now we've got Bunda coming in.
That's
Don't
what
say that.
that's what
I
he
didn't
says.
say that wrong at all.
That's what you say.
What?
Oh, we're a one-man team.
Well, Middlesbrough.
Yeah,
won
Hardy's the
one
only
man
one
team
who's
with two grand.
Hardy's
who
the
do
only
we
one who
know?
seems to score.
Apart from me, who hasn't predicted for this game yet so far?
Yeah,
Well, I've got my
Darryl
prediction
hasn't.
ready.
What do you think, Alfie?
If I'm honest, as long as Stoke get battered, I don't really care what happens. I mean, Jonathan Rowe is just on levels at this stage of the season, and fair play to him, a young lad. And obviously, I go to school with a lot of Stoke fans, and
Oh dear.
they will 100% agree with you. I know there's more Port Vale fans, but they'll 100% agree with you in saying that their only threat really is Vidigal. So if Norwich can nullify him, I think 4-0 Norwich, and I hope it's more. I hope they beat by 10. But
That's good for us when they come down to Home Park, Stoke.
I agree with you, Alfie. I also think it'll be 4-0. The fact that Stoke's got Mark
Fucking
Travers injured as well, and I'm going to obviously Rose in incredible form right now, so I'm going to back him to score. So no, I agree with you. I think so far this is the biggest win of the weekend I've got so far. 4-0 Norwich, I reckon. They're on top form right now.
Jack, in a way, we don't want Norwich to do anything. We want them to crumble before they play us.
And Darryl,
They'll beat you, probably.
No, they won't.
Eh,
Shut up.
Yeah, they will, probably. I did have a score prediction down, but then obviously Josh Sargent isn't playing, so that sort of means it's going to be a little bit different, or I'm going to sort of debate, but I think I'll stick with it anyway. I'm going to go for 4-1 to the Budgies. Sorry, the Canaries.
Budgies.
I think Harry
like
Potter's
that.
going to get
I'm gonna
sent
call him
out of the
that now.
stadium. Harry Potter's going to get sent out of the stadium because they call the Potters.
Luca's going to be very proud of Darryl's comment just then, calling them the budgies. I know that. So, we'll move on to the 6th game of the weekend of.
Please be the team. Please be the team. Please be the team. I'm just waiting for the team to pop up. I'm waiting for the right team to pop up. Fuck's sake. Dolls Millers. What is this?
It's Hudders against Wotherham.
Oh, fucking hell.
Welcome to the Sound of Silence.
Fucking hell.
You're muted. You fraud.
We've got the Yorkshire Derby at the John Smith Stadium next. Huddersfield versus Rotherham.
Why have you called them?
I'd say basically the shittest game in the Championship. Sorry.
I'd say, for me, the shittest if I had to choose is Rotherham Preston.
What?
Dear.
Maybe the shittest in terms of that these two are not doing very well, though, yes.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, no, okay, now I see it.
That's why I called them the Dogs, because of the Terriers.
Yeah, that's exactly why I put that.
Oh, that was a woof pun.
Yeah, very good.
Of course, last time these two faced each other at the John Smith Stadium, Huddersfield won the game 2-0, but Huddersfield's record, meanwhile, lately at Rotherham's ground isn't that great, but they definitely have the better record lately with the 7 wins. Rotherham with the 2, drawing 4 times, but they're both right near that bottom of the table with 4 points together. This is a relegation battle in West Yorkshire, and look at that form, so poor, apart from the last 2 games for the last game for both clubs, so it can be really interesting what this brings out. I feel like this is a 6-pointer as well, just like what Middlesbrough Sheffield Wednesday will be on Tuesday.
Thanks.
Sorry.
We still have to do Boa versus Blackburn. Look, the 2 teams did really well to get results against, okay teams, I suppose, and especially Rotherham and Norwich. I don't think anyone saw that coming. West Brom against Huddersfield, I thought would have been maybe a draw, but I could not have seen Huddersfield get the win from there. So, as per usual, it was what's called a Warnock masterclass, or West Brom have been Warnocked, as the saying goes. So, yeah, a bit of a smash and grab, I think, definitely for Huddersfield. Apparently Rotherham played rather well against Norwich. So, I'm torn between a draw or a shock Rotherham win. I'm going to go with 1-1, which I'm pretty sure is what everyone else has put in the chat. And I'm trying to work out what my goal scorer was. It was somebody. Oh, Jordan Hugel.
I really don't know what to go with.
It's all gone quiet over there.
It's all gone quiet over there.
I really don't know what to go with for this one. What do you think, Liam?
I've gone 2-0 Huddersfield. I just think they got a win against West Brom away, so I don't see why they can't beat Rotherham at home.
Goal scorer.
Right. By the way, I can tell you who the referees are. I can tell you the referee is for your game as well.
Ward.
And God help you.
Ward.
Yeah, there you go.
It's Gavin Ward.
I couldn't hear you because Darryl was talking.
Gavin Ward.
Uh-huh.
It's the 5-foot midget. Believe where he's from now. He is from.
Who's this for Argyle's game?
Yes.
What have you gone for?
He's from Surrey.
I genuinely don't know.
Sorry, what?
Don't know for this game.
I'll tell you what, if he has a bad performance, he'll have to say sorry to you.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Alfie, what do you think for this game?
Well, I actually actually know one of the Huddersfield players quite well, Keane Harrott, from his time at Vale, and I've talked to him quite a lot on Facebook Messenger and whatnot. And, he sorts me out with free tickets and whatnot. And he's always confident, and he's confident for this game. I've gone for a 1-0 Huddersfield win, and obviously they're a very scrappy team and can pull it out of the bag in the last few minutes. And I've gone for a Keane Harrott goal.
Keane Harrott, nice.
By the way, I can see why everyone's going for Preston to beat you, because I've just looked at your stats here. You haven't beaten them at
Cackdale.
Deepdale. You've not beaten them at Deepdale. The last time you beat them, though, in total, was 2008. That was in the EFL Championship when Preston finished 6th, and you survived relegation by 5 points, sending Norwich into League One.
I'm going with 0-0 for this game.
That was funny, that.
What a fucking great game!
Yeah, I've gone for it.
I know. They're both.
Mr. Ray gets it right.
They are both terrible at the moment. It's a Yorkshire game, so I actually think Rotherham.
Goal scorer.
I actually think Rotherham will be up for it, but I don't see them winning it at all. And they both just.
Well, in fairness, at least you'll have 3 points when the match kicks off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's only when it kicks off.
If
I had to choose a goal scorer, right? Wait, who have you all gone with so far for this?
I've gone
haven't
Ward.
said mine yet.
Actually, while I'm thinking, do you want to go for yours, Harvey?
Yeah, because then, yeah, why not? I've gone for a Huddersfield winner. I've gone for them to scrape at 1-0. I don't see. Rotherham did beat Norwich, but I did not expect them to beat.
They were at home, to be fair, and Huddersfield were away at West Brom.
John, I was on about Gavin Ward as referee for Plymouth's game, not this game.
Yeah, I didn't expect them to beat.
I don't even know who referee in this
Huddersfield
game.
beating West Brom as well was a good result for them.
Stanley Simpson.
I've gone for Huddersfield win, and I do feel like they will end up getting the winner and Karoma to get the goal. So there you go.
Oh, United have got a decent ref on Saturday. We got the Aussie.
Oh, him.
I think I'm gonna.
Yeah, he's better than most of them.
Who did you put to?
Good eye, mate.
If I had to, if I'm going to choose one player, I'm same as Harvey. I'll probably choose Karoma for Huddersfield, but I genuinely think it'll be a dead game of football. 0-0.
What was what did you put?
Come on, didn't she sing the Rhythm of the Night?
What did you put for it? What did you put for it, Darryl?
1-1 and Jordan Hugo. Didn't Corona sing Rhythm of the Night?
I don't know.
That's Corona. Never mind.
Welcome back to Bad Jokes with everyone, with Darryl Johnson.
Yeah, I'll put up with it before.
Next.
I'll put up with it before years, so there we go. Preston Argyle.
Preston versus the mighty Plymouth Argyle.
The one we've all been waiting
This
for.
has a draw written all over.
Yeah.
In fact, I will say this now. I agree with Darryl. I also think it's a draw written all over. Go on, Darryl. What's your score, though, for this?
Oh yes, what a great
Darryl.
score.
Sorry.
I thought he was saying, what's going on there?
No, it lagged. I didn't know who you were waiting for.
Oh, yeah. I was saying, what do you think the score's going to be for this? We're both going for draws.
To tell you the truth, well, I can either go harsh or kind. And by harsh, I mean 95th minute winner for Preston.
Thanks,
you're
Terry.
going for
Are you
winning,
actually an Argyle fan? Oh, Jesus Christ.
But no, I'm gonna go for. I'll go for 1-1 and for yous to nick a leveler in the last minute through hot dog.
I wouldn't mind a last minute draw at Preston, honestly. I'll be very happy.
Have a last minute hot dog. Yeah. I'll make sure the burger van's open.
Get the last minute hot dog on the go.
That would feel like
that'd be amazing.
A last minute hot dog.
Do you know what? I've gone for 1-1 as well.
Terry's
I've
gone
gone
5-0. Oh dear.
Yeah, well, he's an Exeter fan, so of course he's going 5-0 Preston.
Did well the other day, didn't you?
Having said that, we are known for getting battered at least once, some point in the season by someone. Ask Charlton.
Yeah.
But no, of course, Preston are top of the league coming into this. Of course, written in the stars that we're playing Ryan Lowe, our former manager, on Saturday. They're top of the league, while we sit in that lovely 10th place there on 7 points. Not bad at all. And that is the team form coming into this game. Of course, as you see there, Preston.
But I mean,
starts the season. But I do think Shuey's going to be up for it against his former boss himself in Ryan Lowe.
yeah.
But I've gone for 1-1 as well. I do think it will be a tight.
Nice.
I think it will be a tight game.
Oh,
Obviously, Shuey's going to be up for it. The Argyle players are going to be up for it, and then so is Ryan Lowe and his players are going to be up for it as well. It's going to be a very, very exciting game, and one no one will be able to keep their eyes off. It will be a very a very tough game to predict, but it could either be a draw or it could be a late snatcher. You never know. But I have gone for Whittaker to score.
I'm also going to back Ryan Hardy to score, but I also think it'll be a draw as well, except I've gone with 3-3. I genuinely think it's going to be a draw, completely written all over it. I think both teams are seriously going to be up for this. Our players against their former manager, of course, as well. But I have a feeling Ryan Lowe's players, them being top of the league, and also Ryan Lowe himself, I think they're going to be up for it as well. I just don't see a win from anyone on Saturday. And I can't lie, I also think there's going to be at least 2 players sent off on Saturday. So that's my bold prediction.
Are you going to back Hardy to score? Sure.
But I'm going to back Ryan Hardy to score and a 3-3 draw, and I'll take that any day of the week at Deepdale.
Right,
What's yours, Liam?
I bet you could hardly believe it.
Why am I? Oh yeah,
Silly boy.
And Darryl's been removed again, this time by Liam Martin.
Silly boy. Anyway.
You silly boy.
You
silly boy.
Oh.
I've gone 2-1 defeat, but I've gone Hardy to score though.
Oh, fair enough.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is Liam Martin's first defeat, I think he's predicted for us, since Derby away last season. Over a year ago.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
Actually, no, apart from the Watford game, but other than that, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, Liam thinks Preston's going to win, and Alfie wants to this one.
I hope I'm wrong.
You know what? This either goes 2 ways, and you know what? I'm not even trying to be nice. I'm slightly leaning towards a 2-1 Plymouth win with a Ballymumba late goal.
The limbs would be amazing.
Right. The camera then.
No, I know.
Ladies and gentlemen,
right, I'm going to say this now. If that happens, Alfie, I will thank you first before anyone.
Love to see Condor, please. I would love.
I'm going to make sure and remember that now for tonight and tomorrow when I head to Blackpool.
Well,
I want to see. I want to see Mustafa Bunda start.
I don't think he'll start, but I wouldn't shock me if he comes on.
I bet he'll be a bundle of fun.
Don't worry, I said his name. I said his name now on purpose, but he's actually called Bundu. So there you go.
I want this. I want this to happen in a way though. Be great.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what? I actually got the privilege to meet Ballymumba when you came to our place, and honestly, he's such a top guy.
Oh, yeah, he did as well. Yeah.
Honestly,
yeah, the way he spoke was superb, and top marks to him. So I hope
honestly,
the best for his career, and I hope he has a brilliant game on Saturday.
He was my favorite. Honestly, he was my favorite player last year, and honestly, I think Jack can also back me on this as well. I just honestly couldn't stop talking about him every single time he played.
No,
so
he couldn't,
well.
and I can't blame him.
I've had a photo with Barley, and I have.
Yep.
You know what,
If Bundu gets a hat trick,
there you go.
Bundu, yeah, there you go. Hey. That
An
looks
egg in the
Photoshopped.
background.
It does look photoshopped. I was about to say that.
Because Liam looks so bright and then
Yeah, it's probably
bang
the
onto
sun.
back.
It looks like you just dragged his face from another corner. You've just inserted it onto that T-shirt.
Let me just insert my face into that picture. Thank you. If Bundu gets a hat trick, I am jumping on the. Only joking. I was about to say I'm jumping on the.
Harvey,
I'm
you
not
could be
jumping on the
worse.
pitch, 'cause that's
Harvey.
illegal.
Harvey, you
What?
could be worse. You could be this one. Hello.
Oh, that was so good.
The
Because
smile just sums it up.
he's trying to squeeze his head in. Like, let me have a look at this. He's trying to squeeze his head in. Like, I'm trying to get my face in, but I can't. No.
What force was this?
Was that picture created on MS Paint, says John? Possibly.
MS Paint.
And Terry's also, I think this is a question for you as well, Alfie. Pie Face as well, you spoke to as well.
Yeah.
How did that go?
The photos are like that because I got a force and they put barriers right in front of it. You have to take a photo by the barriers.
Yeah.
Oh no, how did that go anyway as well, Alfie?
You know what a guy he is. I saw him, and usually when I'm interviewing players, I'm fine. I'm confident, but when I interview fans, it's just a different feeling. So I was trying to get as many interviews as possible, and I was a bit nervous. And then I saw Pie Face, and I was like, right, I can't, mess this one up. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity to meet this guy. So shouted him over. He was a bit grumpy at first, but he has had a night out in Derby for the 2 nights before that game. You know what a guy he was. Top guy. I've got levels of respect for him. And it was a top interview, yeah. And I managed to get like just under 50,000
How
views.
long have you been doing that? How long have you been doing this for?
YouTube or interviews?
Off, really.
Well, I started really doing YouTube 2.5 years ago when we started doing well, really. But I started doing interviews
mad
to the end of the season that we got promoted, and then started getting both team players like halfway through last year. So yeah.
How long did you stay at the ground for then? You must stay for a long time.
Well, we get there about half an hour, 45 minutes before we kick off, and then we only stay for an hour and a half, really, depending on who I want to get after the game.
Oh, nice.
You were similar to me. You're similar to me, Alfie, on what I tried to do last season as well. It's just really just what you try and find really at the end of the day, before and after the game.
Talking about Pie Face, we was sat right behind him, weren't we, Jack? Or in front of him?
We were at Birmingham, and of course, and this is where I can agree with you, Alfie. I managed to get Pie Face on when I went to Oxford, and genuinely exactly the same, just proper football fan. And the minute it was 1-1 at half time. And he said straight away, typical Argyle fashion, going, "We should be about 3 or 4 clear, mate." So there was that as well. So no, it was
Pie was
brilliant.
Pie was playing Candy Crush, wasn't he?
He was playing Candy Crush.
He was. That's an Andrew. He was.
You know what?
How old is he?
You're just talking to him. You can tell he's that guy.
Exactly.
I was sat behind him. I just seen his phone out. I said, "Paul, you playing Candy Crush?" "Yeah, mate." He said, "Yeah, mate."
He's so level-headed.
I don't blame him.
During the game or at half time?
Half time.
I was going to say, if he was doing it during
that is
game,
an elite game.
It's an elite game, indeed.
Yeah.
It'd be funny though.
So if he was doing that during the game, he might as well go home.
What's the next game? Because we've got 5
and then constantly suck a year.
Oh, by the way, are we doing the League One games after this? Yeah.
I'm happy to do the League One games after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and
I won't do the wheel for League One. I'll just go straight into them for League One.
That's fine. Yeah.
Right. Game number 8 of 12 from the Championship. It is indeed the South Wales Derby, or as Liam likes to call, the Sheep Derby. Cardiff City versus Swansea City at the Cardiff City Stadium. A massive game in the Welsh capital. A massive game in the Welsh capital, of course.
Sorry, that was
this
bad.
Weekend. Let me just share my screen before it gets interrupted by William Mackenzie there. Of course, yeah, Saturday evening at the Cardiff City Stadium. The 2 largest cities in Wales go head-to-head. Of course, the last time they faced each other, Swansea beat them 3-2 away from home. And in fact, Swansea did a double over them. In fact, Swansea's record against Cardiff lately has been very good, apart from that game there in March 2021 where Cardiff got the win for once. But other than that, Swansea's record against Cardiff has been very good lately. But in terms of form, Swansea has had a poor start to the season. They're currently in the relegation zone, only ahead of Sheffield Wednesday and Middlesbrough. Cardiff, meanwhile, are currently 19th. So both of them not looking that great. But Swansea, I know, will want to look for their first win of the season. And what a way it would be for them if they did that in the derby. But yeah, it's Cardiff versus Swansea. Last few games head-to-head, 3 wins for Cardiff, 8 wins for Swansea, and a draw together. So what are we going for then for this, guys?
Ooh.
I've gone for a goal fest.
Are you going for a goal first?
3-2 sheep.
Well, which one?
Yeah, exactly. Fuck's sake, man.
3-2 to the Swans or the Jacks.
What?
And if there was two of them, you'd have a pair of Jacks. So there you go.
And who's scoring in the match then, Darryl?
Ramsey.
Why doesn't that surprise
I've gone the same as you with Aaron Ramsey scoring. Terry's gone 3-2 Cardiff. I'm backing 2-1 Swansea. Swansea's record is very good against Cardiff lately, but also I just feel they're due their first win of the season at some point, and what a way they do it in the derby. So, and I feel obviously as it's the derby, I feel they're going to be up there. So I'm going to back 2-1 Swansea, but I am going to back Aaron Ramsey to score. What are the rest of you going to go with for this?
I'm going
Same as you.
2-1.
Same as you, Jack.
you
2-1
say
Swansea. 2-1 Swansea, and Jerry Yates to score.
Oh, you've
What's
got
yours?
Jerry Yates to score. Nice one.
And I'm just writing this down first.
Yeah, this is the first away game prediction. Oh, well, this is the first away win I've predicted of this weekend, actually.
I'm going for I'm going to go for a Cardiff. I'm going to go for a Cardiff win, and I think I might be the only one that goes for a Cardiff win. Actually,
This game.
So far this season have been so shite, and if I'm honestly going to say, I generally think right now with the way they're playing and how their team looks, and obviously they just signed they obviously have former Barnsley manager, don't they, as their new manager now, don't they?
Michael Duff, yeah, he's he's
Michael
Swansea,
Puff.
yeah.
Sorry, Duff.
I love to have a puff.
Michael Baldy, yes.
Yeah, but honestly, right now, I feel like Cardiff will probably be the better side in that game. They could obviously end up pulling my pants down and completely trolling me with that. But honestly, I do feel that Cardiff will be the better team in that game, and the way they're playing, and I could see Ugbo scoring.
Shock.
Who?
It was either going to be Ugbo or Ramsey, so there you go.
Go on, and Alfie, what do you think for this one, mate?
I mean, it's basically Carl the Dragon FC against Swansea.
Good.
Yes.
Cardiff are a bit of an irrelevant club, let's be real. But both teams sitting near the bottom, about one in the bottom 4, and Cardiff just narrowly missing out on it for now. But I don't like any of the clubs. I used to love Swansea when I was little, but I'll go for a 1-0 Swansea win. I personally, I believe that Welsh.
Why did you not like Swansea? Are you not a fan of Swans?
No, I just personally don't believe that Welsh teams should be in the English league.
Fair enough.
That's just a personal preference. I mean, I'm all right with Wrexham, but the rest of these Welsh teams, I don't really like them, to be fair. So I'll go with a 1-0 Swansea win. But on Sky Sports,
Did you actually know that? So Chester's in the English leagues, but Chester's on the border of Wales, and I don't know if you know this, but only one half of Chester's actual ground is England. The other half is in Wales, apparently.
No, he is right.
Wow, didn't know that.
Such a strange one. So really, you should class Chester as bloody Welsh, in a way.
Well, you could class them as both if half of it is Welsh and half of it is English.
No, it is true though that both that stadium actually is right on the border.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. Wow.
It's very interesting, to be fair. You're going to back a Swansea win then?
Yeah, 1-0 Swansea.
Anyone you think who's going to score will show up?
Look, I don't know much about the Championship. You stretch just about as much ball knowledge as I have on
fair enough.
The Championship as it is. Obviously, I joined as the live stream was going, so I didn't have time to do my research. So, I don't really know anyone. I only know Josh Thomas, who's at Vale now. So, you can pick who scores, but 1-0 Swansea.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, we'll move on to the next game then. That is the South Wales derby there. Free to go for the sorry, that's me completely not counting properly. Blackburn versus Middlesbrough at Ewood Park.
Oh, clap with me.
Weird. It is Darryl's fixture for this weekend at Ewood Park. In terms of where Middlesbrough are in the table at the moment, it's probably a must-win for them, even though they're away from home. Niall Ennis is out injured for Blackburn. Middlesbrough have Linehan and Dykesteel injured.
Linehan?
I probably didn't pronounce that right.
Darryl Linehan.
Linehan, that makes more sense.
Linehan. He's changed sex.
Of course, the last time they played each other at Ewood Park, Middlesbrough won 2-1. And Blackburn won 2-1 at the Riverside.
Can I just say, I'm so glad that Darryl Linehan isn't actually going to be able to play, because last time he played against Blackburn, he had a disaster. Former Blackburn player, and he had a disaster, didn't he? So, kind of glad.
6 wins for Blackburn against Borough in the latest record. Borough with 4, 8 draws, and of course the table right now. Blackburn's currently mid-table, 13th. They've dropped down a bit after getting battered 3-0 by us last time out. And Middlesbrough have got work to do and are bottom of the league.
Blackburn 8, Middlesbrough 0. I love that. Whoever commented that, I love that.
8-0 Blackburn, Terry's saying.
Fair play to you, Terry.
Darryl's muted himself. He's that annoyed. He's that annoyed with that prediction.
All right.
Darryl, I know what'll cheer you up, mate. I've actually just gone and subscribed to your channel, mate. So there you go. Cheer you up, mate.
No. Why am I doing the hammers? We're not.
You've been brainwashed by the Sidemen charity match. That's why.
We're on a bloody West Ham fan channel. It's the Mighty Greens, mate. This is what we should.
You've been brainwashed by the Sidemen charity match. That's why.
And I showed me Mr. Penalty, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Sorry, I had someone at the door.
Oh, he had someone at the door.
Someone's knocking at the door. Somebody's ringing the bell.
Oh, you're here actually, Darryl. Might be a bit of a stupid question, but
he can get
talk us through how you're currently feeling coming into Saturday and anything that Middlesbrough need to look out for against Blackburn for this coming game.
Smodix.
Crapping myself. Because the form we're on is just, it's unbelievably bad. You know, I mean, we have some players that, we have some players in the team that really look all right, but we've got loads of players that just don't have experience in the Championship.
You meant to put 9.
Terry means 9.
9?
Moron. We're not that fat.
He's fuming.
But no, genuinely, I want us to have at the very least a draw from this, because otherwise, because I think really, if we do terribly here, I don't see us getting anywhere with Sheffield Wednesday, being honest.
Wednesday.
If we don't beat Blackburn and Sheffield Wednesday, then Jesus Christ, there's something wrong with us. And we have Southampton next Saturday as well. So yeah,
have fun, mate.
We get anything out of these 2 games, then good. But if we don't, we'll be on 0 points out of the next 3 games.
See you on the other side.
So, yeah, Southampton will. Southampton, let's be honest, will definitely rip us apart. But you have just absolutely crapped on Blackburn. So
That was
I
at
don't
home.
see why.
Yeah,
I don't
but
care
still,
if it was
they're
at home.
fucking
You still beat them
shite.
3-0.
They were terrible last when they were against us.
When we play Blackburn, we don't have an amazing record against them, but we played obviously away at Ewood Park, and last season we got the result that we probably did deserve in the end, but we always seem to struggle there. So and a lot of the players, some of the players that played there, won't obviously be playing, will they? I mean, look at Akpom, Cooks was the one who scored, and Marcus Fors. On paper we have a decent team. It's just on the pitch, no one seems to do anything. It's a bit like United, just seem to be at the moment. Everyone just seems to be playing as individuals and not as a team. And then when it comes to actually trying to work out what to do, they're sort of a bit clueless. And then there's questions asked at Michael Carrick and you name it. So it's not a good situation at the moment. Obviously being in the bottom of the championship, which we've never been bottom, to be honest. So it's difficult, but I'm hoping for at least a point. If we don't get it, if we don't get a point at Blackburn, it's not the worst. It's not the worst result. Just as long as we get something at Sheffield Wednesday. Because if we don't get anything at Sheffield Wednesday, then Christ almighty, I reckon we'll get shut on 5-0 by Southampton if that happens. So I'm going bold and confident. And I mean confident, because I've got no confidence at all in this team at the moment. And I'm going 1-1. But I'm going to go for Simon Smodic. Because I don't know who's going to score for us. Unless it's, I'll have a latte, please. It could be him, I don't know. Or Twee, he might score. So I don't really know. Twee, by the way, is what Bother fans call Mac Crooks. So I don't know. It's difficult to try and pick a Bother goal scorer. I can tell you Smodic's will most likely score. I'm glad Niall Henderson isn't playing because he'd have probably scored. So yeah, it's bad times. Bad times being a Bother fan at the moment. I think Port Vale are doing better than us.
Thank you. Thank you. No, I actually agree with you. 1-1. I think Middlesbrough will get back into form. Trust Michael Carrick; he will do a job at the Riverside.
No, I don't doubt that. It's just when that's going to happen.
He did do a good job for you.
It could be bloody March by the time we pick any farm up.
He did do a good job last season for you. You just marginally missed
but
that.
look at the players we had. Chuba Akpom practically carried the team.
Chuba Akpom was basically a one-man
We got
team.
rid of Chuba Akpom to Ajax, which was the biggest mistake that we could have possibly done. Plus, a lot of the players we had last season were on loan. Cameron Archer was an example.
Cameron Archer as well.
United. Did you
Aaron Ramsey, I think, pardon. We had some good players on loan. And now
Did you see
we
that
haven't
Akpom
gone and
isn't at
got them
Middlesbrough
back.
anymore?
We just got inexperienced players now.
Is Akpom not at Middlesbrough anymore?
No.
Oh, he's gone to Ajax.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, wow.
No, we sold him for 13 mil. The biggest error we made.
But 13 mil, man. Stupid.
The only reason he was that low was because...
why have you got pie face?
That was a bit late.
Hello, pie
The only
It
reason,
came out of nowhere.
Yeah. The only reason we've got... the only reason we got less for Chuba Akpom was because he only had 12 months left on his contract.
Actually, we can keep
that. Been getting at least 20 mil. But this is me at the moment being a Borough fan.
We can keep pie face for when Jack says.
I mean, thankfully, I'm going to Hartlepool.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, I'm going to Hartlepool on Saturday. Hartlepool are actually winning games.
Yeah.
You know what? I've learned so much in this stream today. I learned that Chester's half Welsh, half English, and now Akpom's gone to Ajax. Don't know what else I'm going to learn today, but I'm all for it.
There you go.
I tell bad jokes.
Oh, and that as well.
We already watched the channel long enough as it is, so there you go.
You ask the lads, the lads met me in person on Saturday and Sunday, and they know what I'm like.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
Harvey and Jack don't. I've known you 4 years, mate.
Well, they do.
Does
I mean,
everyone-
Harvey and Jack, Harvey and Jack have known me for a few months. You've known me for about 4 or 5 years.
And I already know.
And my dad's
In the meantime, I am going to agree with both Darryl and Alfie that I think it's going to be a draw. I don't see Blackburn winning this, honestly, on Saturday, and that's because I thought they looked really
as sad as
poor.
it is, I'd take a point.
I thought they looked really poor against us, first of all, and I don't know if I can see them taking that on Saturday. Borough, of course, won at Ewood Park last time, but of course they're on terrible form themselves. I do see this being a draw as well. I've gone with 2-2 and Crooks to score.
2-2.
And on that note, who's going next, Liam or Harvey?
You didn't know this.
Liam.
I bet you didn't know this. Just off topic, but do you know which teams actually conceded the most goals this season?
Yeah, go on.
Southampton.
That doesn't.
I'll tell you,
surprise me.
5-0 Sunderland.
Yeah, and they drew 4-4 as well, didn't they?
Yeah, and 4-4 with Norwich.
I mean,
And then they
Borough
conceded
and
one to
Rotherham
us.
are second on 11.
Fabrizio Romano, if you're watching this, Southampton to League One next season. Here we go. Because
Stop
they
it,
Fabrizio Romano,
Stop
if you're
it,
watching.
waffle. Stop it.
No, I
Fabrizio
don't.
Romano, if you're watching, go to bed.
Stop it with the waffle. And can Liam say his
outside.
prediction now, please?
2-1 Blackburn and Smodics to score.
I used to like you.
I used to like you, and now I don't.
To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if we came away with an out. Just as long as we get at least a point or even 3 points at Hillsborough.
This is where Darryl
The
gets
big
revenge in the League One part of this stream and goes with a smashing from Exeter this weekend.
Well,
I'm
who
not
were
gonna,
Exeter against?
I don't know who Exeter's got, actually. I'll go into that later on, though, in the stream.
I don't even give a
Cheltenham,
who the
yeah,
fuck they're
they won.
against.
Cheltenham,
Why would
mate.
we care who they're playing
Cheltenham.
against? Can we just move
Harvey,
on?
who are you going with anyway?
I've gone for a 1-1 draw and Gallagher to score. I don't want to say a lot because my throat's really killing now.
Gallagher to score.
Can I just ask whose channel is this?
Oh, it's all of
all
ours.
of ours.
Well, apart from
All of
Darryl's,
us.
it's all 3 of ours.
Yeah,
Except
fair
for
enough.
now, yeah.
But we all have our
Harvey
own
Williams
separate
as well,
channels.
But he's not here because he's working.
So who's got the most subscribers out of you three then on your separate channels?
Jack.
Well, it's
Harvey
myself now, but
Yeah.
in all honesty, Alfie, I really don't care because I know at the end of the day, all 4 of us are working as a team.
Yeah.
As for Harvey England, well, he's got the most anyway because he's been doing it for years. So
How many?
He's over 2K now.
Fair enough.
He's
fair
nearly
enough.
at 2.3, ain't he?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right, come on then. Next one, Jack.
The next one will be, so we've got 3 to go. Will it be Ashton Gate? Will it be the MKM? Or will it be the Den in what I like to call the Hooligan Derby? It's Bristol City, West Brom next at Ashton Gate. The ground
Bristol
we go
City.
to on Tuesday night for a West Country clash.
I just lagged
Yeah.
out there. I was going to say, I think Jack's got more subscribers than the other two. Liam's probably
Yeah.
second.
Yeah, I don't use
Harvey
my
doesn't,
channel.
Harvey doesn't
My
have his
channel-
own channel now.
Well,
My channel's
he
dead
does.
in
He
the waters.
just hasn't used it in a while.
My channel's dead in the waters.
Bristol City,
I've
West
got,
Brom.
I've got more than all of these. Though, so.
Atkinson,
Nice.
McCrory, Conway, Benares, all injured. Adam Reach is injured for West Brom. Dyke's injured for West Brom. Last time these two faced each other at Ashton Gate, Bristol City won 3-0, but before that, West Brom won 2-0. And then, of course, although that was in the FA Cup, to be fair, so there is a...
Never call us Middlesbrough. I don't know why all the Southerners call us Middlesbrough. It's
To be fair, I
Middlesbrough.
agree. Darryl,
Learn
I
English.
agree with you there.
Port Vale will be playing
Learn
Middle
English,
next
though.
season.
I did see that. That could be
I
interesting.
don't know why people call us Middlesbrough. When does it say Middlesbrough on Wikipedia? It's Middlesbrough.
And then, of course, the last time they played the Hawthorns,
Doesn't
Bristol
he
City
edit
won
those?
2-0. And then of course, the 2-2 last time out. Bristol City with the 3 wins, West Brom with the 7 wins, and 2 draws each for The pair of them, and they're both right mid-table together as well. And this is the team for them at the moment. What are we going with for this then, guys?
I've gone 2-1 Bristol and Nucky Wells to score.
Interesting. Liam has spoken already. Who's going next?
I've gone for a win for the tits. Bristol. Bristol Titty. Sorry, Bristol Titty. 2-0 and 2-0 and Nucky Wells.
Oh, well.
And the Baggies will get beat again, probably.
By the way, I've just put this clip in. This is what basically what Darryl said about everyone saying Middlesbrough.
Just leave me alone.
Oh yeah, to everyone's knowledge now, that is now officially Harvey Rosevere's favourite meme out there right now.
Yeah, there you go.
Me alone.
I am going to go with. This might surprise you all, but I am going to go with. I am going to go over 2-2 draw. They're both playing average mid-table. I don't see either of them winning it. If I did lean to one side more, it would be Bristol City. But no, I'm going to say a draw. But I am the same as you guys.
I'm going to back
the former Oxford man to score, Mark Sykes, in an otherwise 2-2 draw. Anyway,
you could do with Bristol City probably dropping point, and it gives you a bit of hope going on Tuesday.
What did you say? What scores did you say?
I've got us drawing that anyway.
2-0 Nucky Wells.
2-1 to Bristol and Nucky Wells.
Oh, John's also saying 2-2.
It's a bit of a shame that Bristol City aren't paired with Brest.
And Terry's gone with 1-1. Harvey, what are you going with for this?
I'm just writing these scores down. I'll be with you 2 seconds.
Oh, that's a good score line, that. Yeah.
In the meantime, what are you going to go with, Alfie, before Darryl ramps on about tits again?
Yes, we have a good game in the French league and Ligue 1. Monaco against Brest.
Yep.
What are you going to go with, Alfie, for this one?
Darryl knows that one out.
You know what? It's 2 teams that I don't really know much about, but I'm gonna go in the middle and go for a 1-1 draw, and Brandon Thomas Asante scores for West Brom.
Thomas Asante.
AS Monaco.
You know what? One of the funniest things I've seen is when we went to Salford away the year we got promoted, and we were all singing "He's got a pineapple on his head" to Thomas Asante. What a brilliant...
yes, because of his hair.
Yeah, what a brilliant 3 or 4 minutes that was.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, well, that joke Liam hit the bottom line, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just leave me alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to leave me alone stream.
My prediction. I've gone for a West Brom win. I do feel like West Brom will bounce back, and they will. I think they'll win 2-1. And I still predicted a Bristol City player to score because I know he can score, and he has been scoring quite a bit recently. Nucky Wells. So there you go.
Fair enough. 2 games to go. Will it be the Mauling Tigers or will it be the lot from the Den? It's the game at the Den. Millwall versus Leeds.
It's dirty buggers versus dirty buggers.
And on that note, I am gonna get rid of the wheel because that's that.
In the wheel. Sorry, that's Michael McIntyre, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Michael McIntyre.
He's a shout anyway. He's such a guy. What a man that man is. Oh, it's on the next page, isn't it? Of course it is. Bot mob. Millwall Leeds at the Den. Look at that injury list for Leeds there. Stuart Dallas, Patrick Bamford, Liam Cooper, Junior Firpo, Daniel James, and only George Honeyman is injured for Millwall.
Honeyman.
And this is where I went for Millwall win.
And of course, the last time these two faced each other, Millwall won 2-1 last time out. And then, of course, Leeds beat them 3-2 at Ellen Road that same season. 7 wins from Millwall, 8 wins from Leeds, 1 draw each in the head-to-head. And currently, Leeds sit 15th. A very slow start to the season for Leeds United. And Millwall, likewise, currently banging mid-table at 12th. Both drawing last time. They played in the Championship as well.
You want to go for
Leeds
yours
having
first,
Wednesday, Millwall having Birmingham.
Do you want to go for yours first, Jack?
Terry's saying it's abandoned. Terry's just said in the comment section it's abandoned.
Let me have a look. I'm going to have a check on there.
Why
Is it?
why would it be abandoned?
No, he's just rehearsing for Sunday when the match gets abandoned for the bloody crowd troubles.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, we'll start off with the best one. Millwall 2-1 and Norton Cuffy to score. I just think with the amount of injuries Leeds have and the fact that Leeds are cack and so are their fans, I reckon this has a win for Millwall. And Millwall's at home and they seem to do okay at the Den, unless they're against Bristol Titty, then they concede last minute. But the Lions will maul the dirty Leeds.
What have you gone for, Jack?
I'm going 1-0 Millwall. I do think they'll edge it, but I don't know who I think's going to score. I'll go with Nisbet. Who scored against Birmingham last time out. But yeah, no, I'm going to go tight game, 1-0 Millwall. What about you guys?
You still haven't predicted your goal scorer. Go on, Liam.
I did go 2 on Leeds, but I've gone for a draw now, 1-1, but non-total score.
I went for non-total score as well. Not surprisingly, actually. I do think he will be a star player for Leeds this season.
I've always wondered, by the way. I've always wondered. So you know the abbreviation for them two teams is MIL and then LEE. I wondered if the person who made it was called Millie.
Yeah.
You absolute cunt!
That just wraps it up.
Fueling as well. Same to you, yeah. Hey,
that's
won't get much better than that.
Can't lift my chair that high. All right. Who was your goal scorer again, Jack?
I went with Nisbet for Millwall.
Better bet your house on that.
Oh, I don't know. We'll see.
But,
that was an odd joke.
Better than yours. Better than what you come up with. Only joking. Dad jokes.
Oh, Darryl. Here we go.
Oh.
All I'm going to say is like you do any better.
Nah,
you're going to have to come back with that.
Mine are quick.
You know what, Darryl?
Just leave me alone.
Alone.
Come on, Harvey, what are you going with for this one?
I've gone for 2-1 Leeds against Millwall. To score. I do think Leeds will start bouncing back in form. Obviously, they did recently just sign Jed Spence as well from Tottenham on loan.
I know, probably eject.
But I do feel that they will end up start bouncing back in form. Liam Cooper obviously injured as well. They need to start bouncing back in form if they want to get promoted back into the Prem and start fighting for automatics and playoffs if they really want to get back into the Prem, obviously. But they need to start bouncing back in form. And obviously, the 0-0 draw against Sheffield Wednesday was a poor result for them. And if they want to get back into it, a win against Millwall is probably what they need to get. So I'm going for 2-1 Leeds.
And what about you, Alfie? What do you think?
How are you, Leroy?
Leroy's joined the chat. Lovely.
Evening, lads. No. So it comes up for me.
Go on, Alfie. What do you think for this one?
I'm actually gonna back Millwall. Two teams I don't really like, but I don't like Leeds even more. But I don't like Millwall. And as the old saying goes, Leeds are falling apart again.
Yes.
Millwall.
Yes. Yes. I love that. They're falling apart again. Oh, I love that.
Fair enough. Which just leaves us with Hull versus Coventry at the MKM. And of course, Coventry's got Jamie Allen injured.
I've been waiting to play that.
That gift can fuck off.
I've been waiting
Greg
to play
Doherty
that for
is
so
injured
long.
for Hull. And of course, in the meantime, the head-to-head, Hull's got 4 wins. Coventry's got 2 wins and then the 2 draws head-to-head lately. And of course, the last time these two faced each other at the MKM, Hull won 3-2. At the Ricoh Arena, it was 1-1 between Coventry and Hull. And in the table at the moment, Hull are in the playoffs in 6th place, while Coventry lie in 14th. Hull, of course, having that incredible win over Leicester last time, and Coventry getting a 3-3 draw at home against Watford. So what are we saying for this one, then?
2-1 Hull.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Okay.
2-1 Hull and Delap to score.
The lap. I'm not surprised you said the lap.
Let's hope they don't have the lapse of concentration.
Trying to think of another.
Ice in the veins, mate.
In the meantime, I am going to go 3-1 to Hull. I think they're on top form right now. But I am going to back Godden to score for Coventry.
3-1, did you just say?
Yeah, but I am going to back Godden to score for Coventry.
I agree with you. 3-1 Coventry.
Oh, no, I've gone 3-1 Hull, but I think Godden will score for Coventry.
Oh, well, I'll go the other way then. 3-1 Coventry.
John's gone 2-1 Coventry. Terry's gone 2-0 Coventry. Harvey, what do you think?
I've gone for 2-1 Hull. Right now, Hull City. Another team that's kind of surprised me, really. The signings that they've made this season have been a massive impact to the way they've been playing so far. Tufan has been brilliant for them. Obviously, he just recently got a thigh injury against Bristol, which is annoying. Well, it was annoying for them, but obviously recently just signing Scott Twine, it gives him a chance to play in his usual position, and that's who I have actually gone to score as well, Scott Twine. But obviously, it's a player that I do hate for obvious reasons, but I do feel like he will start scoring more goals for Hull City, and I feel like they will end up bagging more wins because I do see them now in the race for playoffs as one of my teams that I feel like could possibly get in the playoffs now. My opinion.
Yeah, fair enough. And Darryl, what do you think?
I've gone 2-1 Hull, surprisingly. Aaron Connolly.
Oh, interesting.
Aaron Connolly. I forgot about Connolly. Fucking hell.
Fair enough. Well, there you are, guys. I guess that wraps the championship predictions for you up here. Normally we would end the stream here, but since that we've got Alfie on for the time being, we may as well go through League One for the time being as well. At the end of the day, we're not just a Plymouth Argyle football fan channel. We're an English football fan channel as well. Like, we all fight. We look at all the leagues at the end of the day. It's just all interesting in all our eyes, unless
that must have been quite a while ago. Terry, that was like
because they're not interesting.
Terry,
But as for League One this weekend, we'll get them up now. We start off. Oh no, that's just the postponed games. Never mind. We'll start off with. We'll just do it in order because I'm not going to do the wheel for this. We'll start off with Barnsley versus Burton at Oakwell. Of course, Barnsley sit 9th in the table at the moment in League One, while Burton are in dreadful form right now, 3rd bottom at the moment. And of course, the last time these two faced each other last season, Barnsley won 2-0.
No, that's the wrong one.
I can't lie. I think Barnsley's going to be too strong for Burton. I'm going to say 3-1 to Barnsley.
I do think Barnsley will win it anyways. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Do you remember Pieface on Big Brother? No, I thought he was on Big Brother. But never mind.
John's gone with 3-0 Barnsley. A Sam Cosgrove hat-trick.
Don't disrespect the GOAT.
I agree with John. 3-0 Barnsley.
No, he was on Big Bugger instead.
Yeah.
And then Darryl and Liam, what do you guys think for this one?
2-0 Barnsley.
I'm just going to say the scores.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Yeah, 2-1. Caelan said 2-1 Barnsley.
And what do you think? What do you think, Darryl?
This was in the predictions, wasn't it? Was it in mine? Or... No, it was in Liam's. I think I'll have to have a look here. 3-0 Barnsley and Dwight Cole. Yeah, that's his name.
There's Devante Cole.
Devante Cole.
You said Dwight Cole.
Oh.
I thought it was wrong.
Dwight York. What's going on?
That's very interesting.
What's going on?
No,
Probably the biggest game.
I knew when I said Dwight, I was thinking.
Yeah.
I said Dwight, and I'm like, I'm sure that's wrong. Devante, yeah, I can never remember his first name. By the way, Cole will score. Andy Cole to score. Okay, there you go.
Probably the biggest game of League One this weekend. Derby hosting Portsmouth at Pride Park. Of course, Pompey's bounced back with their form right now with that win over Peterborough. They currently sit 5th in the league in the playoffs. Derby's on terrible form at the moment, or inconsistent forms, I should say. Just lost 2-1 to Bolton. They currently sit 11th in the league.
And they're doing that terribly.
But that is the recent record for the two.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Oh.
No, I am going to go first because I'm going with a surprise prediction for most people here. Honestly, and I'm not kidding this. I'm going with 2-1 Pompey. Honestly, Derby are in dreadful form right now, in my honest opinion. They haven't impressed me so far.
Can't believe that.
One bit. Well, it's true. It's true, Liam. I genuinely think Pompey's going to beat them. Honestly, this weekend. I don't really want to, but I don't really want them to. But I genuinely think they do. I genuinely think they'll beat them because I don't. Derby's been shocking compared to what Pompey's been a much better team so far this season, and Derby's form's really concerning me at the moment. I think Pompey's going to edge it, and I'm going to back Colby Bishop to score.
Sure.
I don't want to keep winning, but you know.
What are you all going to go with for this one? John's gone with 1-1. Caitlin's gone 1-0 Pompey. Bishop to score.
This is basically what Liam is saying to Jack right now about the Portsmouth game.
No, you dumb shit.
Oh, by the way, Harvey, by the way, Liam, I completely...
Terry's gone 3-1 Pompey. Probably saying it to everyone at the moment. Harvey.
Good.
Derby 1, Pompey 3. Bishop to score. Fair enough.
1, 2, 3.
Derby have to play better than against Bolton. Honestly, even with the 11 men, didn't impress Caitlin. Fair enough. That's very good reasons we've had. At the moment, the predictions for Derby Pompey is just make angry Liam comment section.
Just leave me alone.
What do you all think for this one, anyway?
I think Portsmouth will win. That's what I'm going to say.
2-1 Sheep.
What about you, Alfie?
I think I put you.
Oh, sorry, though. Oh, I didn't realise.
It's probably the most interesting
No, I
game.
haven't sent you it yet. I'm just going to send you it now.
It's probably the most interesting game in this game week in League One. Two teams arguably that should be there in automatic. So I think Derby will get better, but Portsmouth are good, undefeated. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw.
2 seconds.
What about you, Darryl?
I've got my score prediction, but I just can't decide who's going to score.
A player.
Don't have to put a score.
Bit of a pity there isn't a player called Lamb. I'll just refresh Liam.
All right.
Oh, 72 and 92. Brilliant.
We need a goal scorer.
At the same time. I'm trying to decide who to pick for goal scorer, other than a Lamb.
You don't have to have a goal scorer if you don't want to. We mainly aim for the goal scorers for the championship.
Well,
anyway.
put it this way: if I don't put a goal scorer in, I'll miss out on points that I don't get anyway.
Oh no, we ain't doing points for this one. This is just predictions.
Get some points. Get points to get the Greenwich. Sorry. Well, don't forget they haven't got Joe Wildsmith, the goalkeeper.
No, his ban got overturned.
Oh, it would do, wouldn't it? Because it's sheep. Yeah, class.
Oh, yeah, you're not a
Cheating
big fan
again?
of Derby, are you?
No, I don't know. I hate Derby. I've hated Derby since the whole crap went on between us and them.
Yeah.
Goal scorer. I'm gonna go Martin Wagon.
I've got him to score as well.
Fair enough, and let's go on to the next one, which I want to get over and done with because it's easy annoying lot against Cheltenham. I hope Cheltenham
6-0
To who?
to Exeter, mate.
Let's just put Pieface's face over that. It'd be perfect.
But no, it won't be.
Yeah,
it won't be.
Let's keep that there.
6-0.
Actually, that's good.
No, don't, because I'm thinking of the viewers.
Well, we don't care about that scummy team anyway. So who gives
No,
a fuck?
we don't, Harvey. But I can't just present something with a pie face in front of it.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, no, of course, the record against these two are not what we want to see because they've got 10. Cheltenham's got 7. But to be fair, Cheltenham did do the double over them last time out last season, which does look shit on the scum. Good. Of course, when they play each other in April, that will be at Cheltenham's grounds. Cheltenham are in dreadful form at the moment. I mean, look at that, 1 point, bottom of the league.
That's all I'm saying.
And then, of course,
get fucking shiried, you twat.
Scum are in third, a point behind league leaders Stevenage. Their only defeat of the season being last time out when they bottled it to Leyton Orient. And look at that for Cheltenham. Oh, dear.
Yeah, I see them getting relegated.
Well, I'm going to be honest here. I haven't put 6-0 down. I was taking the piss. It's hard. It is hard because, I mean, yes, Cheltenham did the double last year, but really they relied on Alfie May, didn't they? Quite a lot, and obviously they haven't got him anymore. So for me, I reckon Exeter do win. But I reckon it'll be 3-0. It won't be 6-0.
Unfortunately,
unless it's anything like the 7-0 in the Carabao Cup for me.
Oh, no, that I don't see happening at all.
Which I don't see happening because, I mean, Exeter are good at the minute. They are on very good form this season, but no way in God's earth are they going to win 7-0 in League One. That's just not going to happen, let's be honest.
If they did, I'd cry.
Exeter 0, Cheltenham 9.
To be honest.
Please?
No,
Please?
that's not going to happen, is it? That's
Thank
not
you,
going to happen.
Yes, Kaylin. Thank you, Orient. Thank you, Leighton Orient. Thank you, Leighton Orient. Thank you.
I do. Unfortunately, Darryl, I do agree with you. I do. Unfortunately, I think they're going to be too strong for Cheltenham. 3-0. I hope Cheltenham prove me wrong.
They are a good team, though. You can't deny the element.
No.
They aren't too
As much as I hate to say it, they are doing well so far.
I've gone for 3-0 as well. Exeter.
And Leroy's got 1-0 shadow. Go on, Leroy. Take one for the team. That's it, my friends.
Do you know what, Leroy? I'll join you as well, mate. I'll join you as well.
Fair play. And go on, Liam. What do you think?
Away from this picture and
2-0 scum.
And now we will move on. Fleetwood versus Oxford.
That's got a nil. I think I've got 0-0 written all over that.
Of course, the last time they faced each other, Oxford won 2-1.
Fleetwood bringing in Lee Johnson and now taking our under-18s manager.
Oh, yes.
Darren Way.
Yes, of course. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Yeah, I forgot.
Fleetwood's second bottom in the league at the moment. Oxford currently 7th, just outside the playoffs.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, so that'll be... Well, the new manager bounce normally works, doesn't it? So change that to Fleetwood 3-1.
Caitlin's gone 2-1 Oxford. So basically the same as what happened last time out.
Good freaking spelling. Are you ready, Liam, or off?
It depends if
Yeah, cool.
Lee Johnson can perform in his first game back.
It's the Baguette team.
Can we all just take a minute to look at that beautiful last 5 scorelines for Oxford? The only one that they have lost is
Oh, yeah.
Port Vale. So let's take a minute to acknowledge that.
Yeah, well, they just.
You know what, Alfie? That makes up for the 4-0 the last time out as well.
Oh, yeah. Of course, you have to remind me of that one.
Sorry,
No, it's a big.
but that's what I mean. That's what I mean. It does. That's what I mean. Like it's so much better though, isn't it? It gets rid of it.
No.
Oh,
All I'm going to say is right now,
the football
Port Vale's form right now is a big redemption to their 7-0 loss against Barnsley earlier this season.
I have put us on world class. There we go. Right, carry on.
Yeah.
Obviously, right now, Port Vale are bouncing back very, very well with the results that they're getting.
I mean, the football we are playing is top notch. I'd put us up against any championship team at the minute. Maybe not Ipswich, but anyone else, and say, "Go on, then give us a game, and we'll give you a game," because we are playing fantastic. And we've got that Alfie Devine as well, who's been training with England first team.
Yep, Alfie Devine. Yep.
Yeah, cheers for the hype, Alfie. You'll probably lose on Saturday because I put you in a bet.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I already know. I already know that name, Alfie Devine. I've played football manager too much, so I know who that is.
In the meantime, I do think Fleetwood are going to give them. I think it'll be another game to wait for them to get their first win of the season. I agree with Caitlin. I'm going to say 2-1 Oxford.
Oh, thank God for that.
And I've had enough.
I've had enough of them jokes, mate.
I was listening to Alex Griffin again, shock, earlier, and I was watching the Fleetwood vlog. When they bloody scored, they were playing their fuck off.
Oh yeah, Captain Pugwash. I know, what a
Jesus
great goal song.
Christ. I cannot believe.
What are you all going with for this score for this one?
Bye.
I've gone for a 2-1 Oxford win.
Oh, you're going to say to me. Fair enough.
And by the way, to all of the viewers that I've realised,
That's a good scoreline. What's everyone going for this? Bye.
So there you go.
That's a good scoreline
for this game.
That's brilliant. That I've gone 3-1 Fleetwood.
Fair
I
enough.
don't know who does that.
3-1 Fleetwood. What the fuck?
Harvey, what are you going with?
New manager bounce, mate.
Leroy's gone 1-1.
I'm going on Oxford win.
New
And
manager
Liam, what are
bounce.
you going with?
2-0 to Free Stands FC.
Oh, 3-0 to I love to see the car park FC.
Moving on then to Lincoln versus Carlisle.
Yeah.
The last time these two faced each other was in the FA Cup in December 2018 at Sinsel Bank, which was a 2-0 Lincoln win. That is the head-to-head. 3 wins for Lincoln, 2 wins for Carlisle, 1 draw in the head-to-head.
No, Jack. They're called Carlisle.
Whatever.
Carlisle, actually.
Carlisle 19th in the league at the moment.
Well.
Lincoln currently 8th at the moment.
Someone's taking the pee out of me there, you know. Nice going, Carlisle.
And Lincoln's form looking so much better at the moment than Carlisle's.
Honestly, I can actually see Lincoln battling it out for the playoffs this season. And
Yeah,
that's
I'm all the same. I'm all the same. I agree with you on that one.
very underrated opinion, but I actually do think they'll battle it out. Honestly, they look.
I'm
gonna go
this season. And
I'm going to say what it was last match. I'm going to put my prediction out there now. I think they'll be too strong for them.
Yeah, they will.
I'm going to go for a shock here. This will surprise people, but I'm going to go for a shock. I think the Shrimps are going to get cooked.
The Shrimps?
Get snapped.
That's
Yes.
Morecambe.
Yes.
Oops. Never mind, that didn't work.
Don't you mean the Imps?
No, don't do that.
Caitlin's gone 2-0 Lincoln. Leroy's gone 2-1 Lincoln. Terry's gone 2-1 Carlisle.
Yeah, they have.
My brain's gone to sleep. Yeah, it is the Imps. Never mind. Well, either way, I think the Imps will get beat. I'm going to go for 1-0 Carlisle. Shock. I was trying to say the Shrimps one, but then that's Morecambe, isn't it?
Yeah, I said that's Morecambe, mate. They're in League 2, pal.
Oh, look at the private.
What do you think, Alfie?
No, you're not looking at my private.
Obviously, Carlisle came to our place recently. They looked all right. Sloppy goal, which gave us a penalty. But other than that, they look like a decent team. But the man, oh, you should have seen the press conference with the manager at the end. He absolutely roasted that team, and I got to speak to Ryan Edmondson at the end, and he didn't seem like a happy man at Carlisle, is all I'm going to say. But I can't see them playing for their manager much longer.
Well,
So
no, but that's the answer, isn't it?
I'm going to go for a 2-0 Lincoln win.
And what do you two think, Liam and Harvey?
I will go for Lincoln.
Sorry, say that again. Harvey.
Lincoln win.
Dear.
And what about you, Liam?
2-1 Lincoln.
Yeah, fair enough. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, Peterborough versus Leyton Orient.
Have you seen it?
Road.
Yeah.
4 wins for both of
No,
them
no.
in their recent record. 2 draws. Of course,
Don't
last
need
time
to
they
stay,
faced
don't need
Peterborough,
to stay on this game long and do it.
1-0 to Posh. Peterborough currently sit 13th in the league. A slow start. Leyton Orient 16th themselves. So actually not far behind. But what do you all think for this one?
Both teams in pretty decent, in pretty all right form right now. Obviously,
Yeah, they're
Leyton
both
Orient just coming off a win
mid-table at the
against,
moment.
Obviously, Leyton Orient just coming off a win against Exeter. Scummy twats, thank you very much. You just saved the whole world. You just gave the whole
look at
world
that.
a
Look at
There
that.
you go. And Peterborough as well. To be honest, I really didn't think Peterborough would do well this season anyways. But
You,
three
Terry?
losses. Pretty much what I expected, really, from Peterborough. And if I'm honestly going to say right now, I do think this will be a draw. Simple as that. I'm going to
go for 2-1 Peterborough. 2-1 Peterborough, and I'm going to go from JCH.
Yeah,
I think personally, I think they'll be too strong for Orient at home. 3-0 Peterborough.
Do a long for. Oh.
Alfie, what do you think?
Just apologise. Just apologise to the viewers, by
3-1
the way,
Peterborough.
that me and Liam are playing
3-1
FIFA at the minute.
Carry on, Alfie.
And Liam, what do you think?
2-0 Posh and JCH.
Just so if anyone's wondering what me and Liam are doing, me and Liam are playing FIFA at the moment.
Yes,
so if
you
you hear
are.
us shout you jammy buggers or something stupid, then
yeah, I did say
that's
that.
why. We're not saying it. We're not saying it to anyone.
What was yours again? Sorry, Alfie. It was 3-1. You said to Peterborough.
Yeah, 3-1.
3-1 Peterborough.
Good shot.
All right, then.
Liam, not Liam. Jack, I might have to go now because I've got to do some stuff. And
Yeah, that's all right. No
I've got
problem.
to use some throat spray right now because my throat is killing me right now. So,
All right, okay. I'll catch you in a bit.
right. See you in Discord anyway.
Yeah, I'll see you on Discord, mate.
See you later, everyone. See you
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
So, Rosevere is about to depart us. On to Port Vale versus Northampton. Your fixture. Here we go, Alfie. The one you've been waiting for. How confident are you feeling coming into this?
Very confident. It's so Vale to be very confident and then going get smashed, but this is a different Port Vale that we're seeing.
Look at that run at the moment.
All greens. And other than Sam Hoskins, I don't see where Northampton's threat is. So I'm going to go. Now, this is a miracle if we score more than 1 goal and they don't score. So more than 2 goals is an absolute blessing. I'm going to go for a 3-1 Vale win.
You know how bad this is going to go in it, Darryl? When Port Vale's
Yeah,
on a really good one.
You know what? I'm the same.
Yeah,
I'm the
'cause
same, Alfie. I think you'll win this, no problem.
Yes. What Liam's on about?
I think you'll keep a clean sheet
Liam's
as well.
put.
I'm going to go 2-0.
I'm going to
Go on,
go
Darryl.
2-0 Vale. Liam's
same.
put Port Vale in his bet for Saturday because of the one of Form 1. Knowing his luck, you'll lose.
Well, if we lose, I know who to blame it on.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, him.
Caitlin's saying 2-0 Vale. Terry's saying 1-0 Vale. Leroy's saying 2-0 Vale.
Oh, I love all
Be embarrassing if they fail to win.
I love all of yous. Every single one of you.
Why didn't
You
you volley
stupid
it, you
midget.
donut?
And Liam, what are you going for?
2-0 Vale.
And what about you, Darryl?
2-0.
Fair enough.
By the way, Alfred, do you play FIFA?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, good.
Reading
Yeah, you don't
versus
want to. You don't
Bolton.
want to.
Now, there's been a lot going on at Reading at the moment. They've just been deducted further points coming into this season. Disastrous stuff with their owners going on at the moment. But they're coming into this game with their recent record against
How was he on?
3 wins, Bolton on 1. 6 draws, though, the pair of them. But Bolton are going to be easily the favourites. They probably look the strongest side in the league right now. And the last time they played at the Madejski, Bolton won the game 1-0. And that is the form that tells you everything.
What is that FIFA name? Dad, come out.
Bolton's only defeats there are the Wigan game in the league and the Middlesbrough game.
The FIFA name.
Much to Darryl's delight. Reading, of course, lost to Exeter, lost to Ipswich in the Cup, and then lost to Cambridge. Bolton sits second in the league. Reading now in the bottom 4 after that 4-point deduction. And personally, I think Bolton's going to be too strong for them as well. I'm going 3-1. I'm putting it out there now.
Yeah.
Terry's gone 1-1. Caitlin's saying that game should never be spoken about again, Jack. Oh, you're on about the Wigan game. Well, stop losing 4-0 at home to them.
And don't mention that Bolton Pavilion Trophy game there.
Oh yeah, well we're not going to mention the Wembley game. Leroy's saying
We'll mention the 3-1 Boa win though.
He's saying I don't like to say it, but 1-0 pig feet. I don't know who he means on pig feet. 2-1 Bolton and an unlikely goal scorer in Owen Toll. What do you guys think of this one? I personally think Bolton's going to be too strong for them, personally.
Yes.
I've gone 3-1.
I mean, it's all going wrong for Reading at the moment.
It is.
Problems going on at the club. Points deductions.
They've just been hit with another point deduction, haven't they?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's nothing's going right. Thank you! Nothing's going right at all. Reading at the moment. And I think Bolton will definitely come away with the win. I'm going to go with 2-1 Bolton and Teeth.
What do you think, Alfie?
3-0 Bolton. They just have something with scoring 3 goals and conceding none. So yeah, 3-0 Bolton.
How about you, Liam?
For anyone who doesn't know, Teeth is Victor Adebayo.
2-0 to Bolton. Almost got disconnected.
And yeah, so Liam's gone 2-0 Bolton. Easily the favourites, but like Caitlin's just said there, Reading can either react well for fans or not. So tough call. Shrewsbury have Bristol Rovers, meanwhile, at the Montgomery Waters Meadow, that I still call it. Of course, the last time these two faced each other, Shrewsbury won 2-1. They drew 1-1 at the Mem. They only slightly have the better record lately. Shrewsbury lie 14th in the table. Bristol Rovers lie 18th. Not much between them. And that is the team form at the moment. I can't lie. I personally think this is going to be a draw written all over it. I am going to say 1-1.
I mean, you took the words out of my mouth there because that's what I was going to say.
Oh, fair enough.
1-1.
If I'm honest with
no
you,
idea who was going to score.
If I'm honest with you,
I think Shrewsbury will equalise late on now.
Yeah.
I think Bristol Rovers have been really good this year and don't deserve to be where they are in the league. So I'm going to go with a 3-0 Bristol win.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. And Liam, what do you think?
0-0.
Fair enough.
Play the game.
Right, 3 to go. Stevenage versus Charlton. The league leaders facing, in my opinion, the most underperforming team so far this season at Stevenage's ground.
Were they the league leaders?
Stevenage are the league leaders, yeah. They're flying at the moment.
They've only just come up.
I know.
No, I didn't click that.
But yeah, no, their record against Charlton does say otherwise coming into this fixture. But no, it's all looking good for Stevenage so far. They drew 2-2 with Carlisle last time. Charlton beating Stevenage 2-1 last time in the league. Stevenage top of the table. Charlton all the way down in 17th place. A very disappointing start to the season for them. What are we all going with for this one?
Is that 7-6?
Yeah. I think that was in the cup. Yeah, or it could be the EFL Trophy actually.
Good heavens!
Yeah, it was the
On,
EFL
on
Trophy.
penalties.
Oh, it was on penalties.
Oh, well, that's fine then. I think with the form Stevenage are on, I don't see why they can't get a result against Charlton. And Charlton, yeah, I had Charlton to be at least top 6. And they're, 17th in the league. So they're not doing too good at the moment. And Stevenage at the Lamex do seem to do all right. Unless it's against Charlton and they lose 6-5 and 8-0, then, a bit different. But I think Stevenage will just edge it. They'll find a way to score and stay top of the league. I'm going to go for 2-1 and probably a late winner.
I'll go 1-1. I think Charlton will nick a point, but I don't see them winning it at all. What about the rest of you guys? Liam, Alfie?
2-1 to Stevenage.
And what about you, Alfie?
Yeah, 2-0 Stevenage. Charlton have been horrific, and Stevenage have been very good. So 2-0.
Yeah, fair enough. Wigan versus Cambridge at the DW Stadium. Of course, Wigan on that 8-point deduction, but not been a bad start to the season for them, to be honest. Of course, their main highlight being that 4-0 win over Bolton. And Cambridge...
They've done all right considering that deduction.
Yeah, exactly. And Cambridge, one of the relegation favourites, they're currently 6th in the league, so they're doing all right themselves as well. Even though they lost the derby 2-0 to Peterborough, but beat Reading at home, beat Bristol Rovers at home. It's the away record that's not looking that great for them at the moment. And then Wigan have just lost their first 2 games as well to Barnsley and
They don't have another Portuguese centre back.
What do you all think for this one then? Of course, the last time these two played each other, Cambridge beat them 2-1 as well. When Wigan got promoted and back when Wigan's away form was immense.
Yeah, I think Cambridge will give them 1 or 2 scares, but I do think Wigan will find a way of winning. And if anyone's going to score for Wigan, Charlie White, the Middlesbrough lad, Charlie White, who's I think he got player of the month for Wigan as well. So he's done really well. So I think Charlie White will score, and I reckon 1-0. I reckon there won't be much in it.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know what to go with for this one, to be honest. I feel like Wigan's going to edge it, or Cambridge is going to nick a point right at the end. And Cambridge have impressed me so far this season. Yeah, you know what? Bugger it. I am going to say 1-1 for this as well.
Same as me.
Yeah, fair enough. Like I just see Wigan taking the lead early, and then it all goes horribly wrong right at the end, and Cambridge get a point. And they grind out a point as well. What do you think, Alfie?
Yes, Wigan are probably one of the best teams in the league at the moment. But I do want to say, don't rule Cambridge out of any game this year. But Wigan are too strong for them. I'm going to go for 2-1 Wigan win with a double from Charlie.
Oh, yeah.
Double, yeah, fair enough. And that moves us on to the final game of the stream. Wycombe hosting Blackpool at Adams Park. Last time these two faced each other, Wycombe beat them 2-1 back in League One that season, of course, when Wycombe got promoted. Blackpool's record is not very good against Wycombe at all lately. And, of course, currently in the table, they're right next to each other. Wycombe 10th in the league, Blackpool 12th in the league.
Oh, no.
Of course, Wycombe winning at Northampton last time, while Blackpool last time in the league beating Wigan 2-1.
Mate, not you, Jack.
Oh,
my Darryl.
okay. In the meantime, I'm going to say, you know what? Again, I don't know for this one. They're both right next to each other in the table, but I'm going to look at Blackpool's record at Williams Park lately. Not that great. I'm going to say Wickham to nick it 1-0. What about the rest of you guys?
Now what's happened?
I'm going to go for a 1-0 Blackpool win. Their defence is immense. Even though Wickham are picking up performances, Blackpool are still easily one of the best teams in the league. So 1-0 Blackpool.
Yeah, fair enough. Darryl, what do you think?
Realistically, a win for Blackpool, I think. I know they don't have I know recently they haven't had a great record against Wickham, but I say Blackpool are looking decent at the moment. So all I can see really is a Blackpool win. Really, I think Wickham are a decent side, but I think I don't think they're as good now as they were under Professor Snape. So Gareth Ainsworth, by the way. But no, Blackpool are doing all right at the moment, so I don't see why they can't get a result. I'll probably go for 2-0 in fairness. Where's Liam gone?
I have no clue. Well, I don't know, but I'm going to leave it there, to be honest. So there we have it then, guys.
There we go.
Oh, no, he's back. Right. As soon as I say that, he comes back. Liam, what do you think for this game? Wickham Blackpool.
1-1.
Oh, interesting. Well, there we are, guys. That is it. That is all our predictions for both the Championship and a bonus feature of bringing in League One for this predictions stream as well. Obviously, a massive thanks to Alfie for coming on for this live stream as well. Big Port Vale fan here. Go and check out his channel. If you want to subscribe to more League One content and more Port Vale content. Of course, they got Northampton this weekend. It's a big game coming up. You'll see a vlog from that as well. Obviously, give Darryl as well for Middlesbrough content, and of course the usual suspects of Liam, Harvey, and myself of the Argyle Way and Cornish Janner, and Liam's own channel, and of course Harvey England's own channel as well. Which I guess brings us towards the end of the stream there, guys. So I'd just like to take this time to give you all a massive thank you for listening to the stream. And yeah, I guess on that note,
thanks for putting up with my crap jokes for 2 hours.
Oh yeah, and that. And on that note, we've got Pie Face. And on that note, we will we'll see you at Deepdale. Up the Janners, up the Argyle, up the Greens, up the Pilgrims, up the Plymouth. Come on, you boys in green. Anyway, take care, guys. Have a good night. Goodbye.
Up the bother.
Goodbye.
No.
Bye.
Bye.
When they pull on the green, they're all Janners.